All right, if you're a plumber, the goal is pretty simple, right? Win more jobs. But let's be real for a second. What if the biggest leak in your business isn't a pipe? What if it's all the time you're just pouring down the drain on paperwork? We're going to talk about how to plug that leak for good. So, let's just start with a really important question here. Does this feel familiar? Are you spending more time at a desk than you are on a job site? You know, if you feel like you're just buried under a mountain of quotes and phone calls, you're not just busy. That's actually what's holding your business back from growing.
And that's just the reality of it. For so many plumbers, for so many people in the trades, the biggest bottleneck is just time. Think about it. You're juggling calls, you're driving to site visits, and then at the end of the day, you're spending hours writing up every single quote from scratch. Now look, that might work when you're just starting out, but it puts a very real ceiling on how much you can grow. Okay, so there is a better way. Let's talk about the solution. And it's called quote automation. Now, don't let the name scare you off. This is not some super complicated, techie thing. It's really just a simple way to start working faster and, smarter, not harder.
So, what are we actually talking about here? What is quote automation? Well, in the simplest terms, it just means you're setting up all your pricing, your common services, and your quote templates one time. You do it once. And from then on, creating and sending a really professional-looking quote goes from being this thing that takes up your entire evening to something you can knock out in just a few minutes.
All right, let's get practical. Imagine this. A customer calls. They need a standard pipe repair. Instead of opening a blank document and starting from zero, you just pull up your pipe repair template, you tweak a couple of details, and boom, it's sent. All in a matter of minutes. See? You're not reinventing the wheel every single time a call comes in.
Okay, so you can send quotes faster. Big deal, right? Well, actually, yeah. It's a huge deal. It's a total game changer. And it all comes down to this one simple truth in the trades. Speed wins jobs. Period. The first person to respond often gets the business. It's that simple.
I mean, put yourself in your customer's shoes for a second. When they've got water leaking somewhere, they're in a bit of a panic. They're not just calling you, they're calling 2, 3, maybe 4 other plumbers. So the business that gets a clear, professional quote in their inbox first, you just shot right to the top of their list.
And there's a real domino effect here. A fast quote, it doesn't just say I'm fast. It screams I'm professional, I'm organized, I've got my act together. And that right there instantly builds trust. And we all know trust is what closes the deal.
But it's not even just about winning that first job. There's another huge piece to this puzzle, and this one is all about you. It's about getting you off that hamster wheel of doing the same boring tasks over and over again. It's finally time to work smarter, not harder.
Let's just break it down. Old way versus new way. The manual way? So much repetitive work. Your pricing can be all over the place. And let's be honest, it's super easy to make a typo or a math error. Now look at the automated way. You've got standardized descriptions, so everything sounds professional. Your pricing is always consistent, and you pretty much eliminate those little errors. The difference is just night and day.
And really, that's the whole point, isn't it? This is all about letting you focus on what you're actually good at, the real work, being on the tools, solving problems. You know, the stuff that actually makes you money, instead of being buried in paperwork headaches.
So yeah, all this efficiency is great for you. It'll make your life way easier. But it's more than that. It also creates a much better, much smoother experience for your customers. And that's how you build a business that lasts. That's the foundation for real growth.
I mean, think about it from their side. Customers want quick, clear answers. This whole system makes communicating with you so much easier. And here's a really cool part. A lot of these tools let you set up automatic follow-ups. Just think about that. No more leads slipping through the cracks because you forgot to call back. And a customer who has a great experience, they're the ones leaving you 5-star reviews and telling their neighbors. What you're really doing here is building an engine for your business that can actually grow with you. So down the road, when things get really busy and the phone is ringing off the hook, you're not going to hit that breaking point. You'll have a system in place that can handle it all so you don't have to.
All right, I'm sure you've got some questions popping into your head right now, so let's just tackle the big ones. We'll do a quick rapid fire, get you some straight answers.
First question, and it's a common one. Is this only for the big plumbing companies? What if it's just me? Can I even use this?
The answer is a huge yes. Absolutely. This is for everybody. Even the most basic, simple tools out there can save a one-person shop an incredible amount of time. It lets you punch above your weight and compete with the bigger guys on professionalism. Okay, next up. Does this mean I'm just handing everything over to a computer? Am I going to lose control of my quotes?
No, not at all. Think of automation as your assistant, not your replacement. It's there to handle, the 80% of your quotes that are pretty much the same every time. That frees you up to put your real brain power into those big, complex, custom jobs that really need your expertise.
And now for the million-dollar question, right? How much is this going to cost me? Is it super expensive?
And the great news here is that there are options for every budget. I mean, you can start with a simple app on your phone that costs next to nothing. And then, hey, as your business grows, maybe you upgrade to something more powerful. The point is, there's a starting line for everyone, no matter how big or small your business is right now.
Okay, let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway? What does all this really mean for your business?
Let's boil it right down to the key points. 1. Faster quotes win more jobs. It's that simple. 2. Automation gets you out from under that soul-crushing pile of paperwork. 3. Being consistent with your pricing makes you look way more professional. 4. All of this creates a better experience for your customers. And 5, and this is maybe the most important, it lets your business grow without you having to work yourself into the ground.
So I want to leave you with just one final question to chew on. We always ask, what's the cost of a new system? But maybe that's the wrong question. The real question is, what's the cost of being slow? Every single time a quote goes out a day late, what did that just cost you in a lost job? How many of those are you losing a month? That's the real cost.